The unexpected joys of solitude after 60? Why going solo might be your best move. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to blossom in their later years, radiating an almost contagious sense of peace, while others seem burdened, their energy depleted by unseen forces? We often assume that having a partner is the key to happiness, especially as we age. But what if I told you that for many, a relationship can actually become a subtle source of stress, quietly chipping away at their well-being? In this video, we're exploring 5 surprising reasons why embracing solitude after 60 might be the secret to a richer, more fulfilling life. And don't worry, this isn't about isolating yourself. It's about recognizing the power of choosing what truly nourishes your soul. Stay with me until the end, because this might just change the way you view your golden years. Number 1. Reclaiming your personal sanctuary. As we age, our tolerance for disruption often diminishes. The hustle and bustle of daily life, once invigorating, can begin to feel overwhelming. We crave the solace of quiet mornings, the gentle rhythm of predictable routines, and the simple, profound comfort of our own space, arranged just so. Yet, sharing your life with someone, even someone you love deeply, inevitably means compromising on these very things. The television remote becomes a battleground of preferences. The thermostat, a constant source of negotiation. Mealtimes, once a shared joy, can become a compromise of culinary desires. Imagine, instead, finally having the freedom to decorate your home exactly as you please, to paint the walls in vibrant hues that resonate with your soul, or to keep them a calming, minimalist white. Imagine being able to fill your shelves with books that speak to your interests, to curate a collection of art that inspires you, to arrange furniture in a way that maximizes your comfort and reflects your personal style, without needing to consider anyone else's preferences. Imagine the luxury of listening to your favorite music, at any volume, at any time of day, without negotiation or headphones. Picture yourself waking up on a Saturday morning and deciding, on a whim, to spend the entire day in your pajamas, curled up with a good book, or indulging in a creative project, without having to consider anyone else's plans. Think of the simple pleasure of eating exactly what you want, when you want, whether it's a healthy salad or a decadent dessert, without having to accommodate another person's dietary needs or preferences. This isn't about being selfish or rejecting companionship. It's about honoring your individual needs and preferences, about creating a space that truly reflects who you are, a haven where you can relax, recharge, and reconnect with yourself. Think of Eleanor, a vibrant 72-year-old who rediscovered her love for painting after her husband passed away. For years, her art supplies had been tucked away in a closet, relegated to a corner, making space for his sports memorabilia and trophies. The walls, once a blank canvas for her creativity, were adorned with his framed jerseys and autographed baseballs. Now, her living room is her studio, a vibrant expression of her own creativity. Canvases lean against the walls, brushes and paints are scattered across a table, and the air is filled with the scent of turpentine and the quiet hum of her creative energy. She wakes when inspiration strikes, paints until her heart is full, and eats when hunger calls, not according to a predetermined schedule. This newfound freedom has not only reignited her artistic passion, but also brought a sense of peace and fulfillment she hadn't experienced in decades. It's a testament to the power of reclaiming one's personal sanctuary, of creating a space where individual expression and self-discovery can flourish. Number 2. Rediscovering the lost art of spontaneity. Remember the thrill of making last-minute plans, of waking up and deciding to take a day trip, of pursuing a new hobby on a whim. As the years roll by, we often find ourselves increasingly bound by routines and obligations. Being in a relationship, even a loving one, often means coordinating schedules, checking in, and considering another person's preferences before making even the smallest decisions. This constant negotiation, while often done with the best intentions, can subtly erode the very essence of spontaneity, that delightful impulse to act on a whim, to embrace the unexpected. It's like having a beautiful, vibrant bird trapped in a gilded cage, its wings clipped, its natural inclination to soar stifled. Think back to a time when you felt truly free, unburdened by the weight of expectations and responsibilities. Perhaps it was a spontaneous road trip with friends, a last-minute decision to attend a concert, or a sudden urge to learn a new skill. These moments, fueled by pure impulse and unadulterated enthusiasm, often become the most cherished memories, the stories we recount with a sparkle in our eyes. They represent a connection to our inner selves, a reminder of the inherent joy in embracing the unknown. Now, picture this. You wake up one sunny morning, the air crisp and inviting. An idea sparks in your mind. A visit to a local farmer's market you've heard so much about. A hike in the nearby woods. A day trip to a charming seaside town. In the past, this spark might have been dimmed by the need to consult, to compromise, to adjust your desires to fit another's schedule. But today, the choice is entirely yours. You can indulge your whim, follow your impulse, and embrace the freedom of the moment. You can pack a picnic lunch, grab your camera, and head out the door without a second thought, allowing the day to unfold organically, guided by your own curiosity and desires. Picture David, a retired teacher who always dreamed of learning to sail. For years, his wife's fear of water kept that dream at bay, tucked away in a quiet corner of his heart. He would watch sailboats glide across the horizon, their white sails billowing in the wind, and a pang of longing would resonate within him. He imagined himself at the helm, the salty spray on his face, the wind whispering through his hair, a sense of freedom and exhilaration he hadn't felt in decades. Now a widower, David has finally enrolled in sailing lessons. He spends his days navigating the open sea, the sun warming his skin, the wind carrying his worries away. He is no longer a spectator, but an active participant in his own adventure, living a dream he almost let slip away. This newfound freedom, this ability to embrace spontaneity, has not only fulfilled a lifelong dream, but also ignited a spark within him, a renewed sense of purpose and vitality. Solitude offers this precious gift, the freedom to embrace spontaneity, to say yes to new adventures without hesitation, to rediscover the joy of living in the moment, untethered by the need for constant compromise. It's about reconnecting with that inner child, the one who delighted in the unexpected, who found joy in the simplest of pleasures, who embraced life with open arms and a heart full of wonder. It's about reclaiming the reins of your own life and steering it in a direction that resonates with your soul, fueled by the exhilarating power of spontaneity. Number 3, the unspoken power of undivided focus. Have you ever noticed how much mental energy it takes to navigate the complexities of a relationship? The constant communication, the emotional check-ins, the unspoken expectations. It can be exhausting, especially as we get older. It's like running a low-level background program on your mental computer, constantly taking up processing power, even when you're not actively engaged. This constant hum of relational maintenance can deplete our reserves, leaving us feeling drained and scattered, less able to focus on the things that truly matter to us. Think about it. Every conversation, every decision, every shared activity requires a degree of negotiation, compromise, and consideration for another person's feelings and perspectives. While this is a natural and often fulfilling part of a loving relationship, it also requires a significant investment of mental and emotional energy. As we age, this energy becomes even more precious. We might find ourselves with more time on our hands, but our mental and emotional resources may not be as boundless as they once were. This is where the power of solitude truly shines. In solitude, we reclaim that scattered energy, gathering it back to ourselves like rays of sunlight focused through a magnifying glass. We can direct this concentrated beam of attention towards our own inner landscape, exploring our thoughts, feelings, and desires without the constant need to filter them through the lens of another person's perspective. It's a profound opportunity to reconnect with ourselves, to delve deeper into our passions, and to cultivate a richer inner life. Consider Margaret, a former nurse who now dedicates her time to volunteering at an animal shelter. For years, she juggled her career, her family, and her husband's demanding schedule. Every day was a balancing act, a constant shifting of priorities and attention. She loved her family deeply, but the constant demands on her time and energy left her feeling depleted, with little space for her own interests and passions. Now, a widow, Margaret finds profound satisfaction in focusing her energy on a cause she deeply cares about, without the distractions and demands of a shared life. She arrives at the shelter each morning with a clear mind and a full heart, ready to pour her undivided attention into caring for the animals. The quiet moments spent grooming a shy cat, training an energetic puppy, or simply offering a comforting presence to a lonely animal fill her with a sense of purpose and fulfillment she hadn't experienced in years. This undivided focus, this ability to fully immerse herself in the present moment, is a gift of solitude, a testament to the power of directing our energy towards what truly matters. Solitude allows us to cultivate the lost art of deep work, of focusing our attention on a single task or project without the constant interruptions and distractions that often accompany shared living. It allows us to delve into complex subjects, to explore creative pursuits, to engage in meaningful self-reflection, and to simply be present with our own thoughts and feelings. This focused attention not only enhances our productivity and creativity, but also cultivates a sense of calm and clarity, a welcome respite from the mental clutter of modern life. It's in these moments of quiet contemplation, of undivided focus, that we often discover new insights, uncover hidden talents, and connect with the deepest parts of ourselves. Imagine the satisfaction of finally finishing that novel you've been working on for years, the joy of mastering a new skill, the peace of simply sitting in stillness, observing the breath, and allowing your thoughts to settle like fallen leaves. These are the gifts of solitude, the rewards of reclaiming our mental energy and directing it towards what truly nourishes our souls. Number 4, protecting your precious energy reserves. As we age, our energy becomes a precious commodity. We no longer possess the boundless vitality of youth, and the simple act of getting through the day can sometimes feel like a marathon. This isn't about becoming frail or infirm. It's about recognizing that our physical and emotional reserves are finite, and we need to be mindful of how we expend them. Yet, relationships, even the healthiest ones, require a constant output of energy. Think about the effort involved in navigating disagreements, offering support during challenging times, or simply being present for another person. listening attentively to their concerns, and responding with empathy and understanding. These are all essential components of a loving relationship, but they also take a toll, drawing on our emotional and sometimes even physical reserves. Imagine a pitcher of water representing your energy. Every interaction, every conversation, every shared activity pours a little water out of that pitcher. While these interactions can be fulfilling and enriching, they also deplete our supply. Now imagine that same pitcher of water in solitude. Instead of constantly pouring out, you have the opportunity to refill it. You can engage in activities that replenish your energy, whether it's a quiet morning walk in nature, a restorative yoga session, or simply spending time in silence, allowing your mind and body to rest and recharge. Think of Helen, a retired librarian who now spends her mornings practicing yoga and her afternoons exploring local museums. For years, she poured her energy into caring for her ailing husband, attending to his needs, managing his medications, and providing emotional support during his illness. It was a labor of love, but it left her feeling drained, both physically and emotionally. Her own needs often took a back seat, her personal pursuits put on hold as she focused on her husband's well-being. Now, a widow, Helen is reclaiming that energy. She wakes up each morning and greets the day with a gentle yoga practice, stretching her muscles, calming her mind, and centering herself for the day ahead. The quiet focus of the practice allows her to reconnect with her body, to listen to its whispers, and to nourish it with mindful movement and breath. In the afternoons, she explores local museums, immersing herself in the world of art and history, stimulating her mind and feeding her soul. These activities, once luxuries she rarely had time for, are now integral parts of her daily routine, helping her to replenish her energy and rediscover the simple pleasures that bring her joy. She's no longer running on empty, constantly pouring from a depleted pitcher. Instead, she's consciously refilling her reserves, prioritizing her own well-being, and cultivating a sense of inner peace and vitality. Solitude allows us to prioritize our own physical and emotional health, to recharge our batteries, and to engage in activities that nourish our souls without the constant demands and expectations of a shared life. It provides the space and time for self-care, for introspection, and for the pursuit of personal interests and passions. It's an opportunity to reconnect with ourselves, to listen to the whispers of our own hearts, and to nurture our well-being on all levels, physical, emotional, and spiritual. It's about recognizing that self-care is not selfish, but essential, especially as we navigate the later chapters of life. It's about giving ourselves permission to rest, to recharge, and to prioritize our own needs so that we can live our lives with greater vitality, joy, and fulfillment. Number 5. Embracing the freedom of financial independence. We often associate partnership with financial security, particularly as we approach and enter retirement. The idea of shared expenses, pooling resources, and having someone to lean on in times of financial hardship can be incredibly appealing. However, the reality of shared finances within a relationship can be far more complex, and for some, it can become a significant source of stress rather than security. While combining incomes can certainly offer advantages, it also introduces a layer of interdependence that can sometimes feel restrictive, especially in later life, when individual needs and desires might diverge. Think about the everyday financial decisions that couples face: grocery shopping, home repairs, entertainment expenses, holiday plans, and larger investments. Each of these requires discussion, negotiation, and compromise. Even in the most harmonious relationships, differences in spending habits, saving priorities, and risk tolerance can lead to tension and disagreements. One partner might be a meticulous saver, carefully tracking every penny, while the other prefers a more spontaneous approach to spending. One might prioritize experiences, while the other values material possessions. These differences, while seemingly minor, can accumulate over time, creating an undercurrent of financial stress that can erode the overall well-being of the relationship. Imagine, for instance, a couple planning their retirement. One dreams of traveling the world, exploring exotic destinations, and immersing themselves in different cultures. The other envisions a quiet retirement at home, pursuing hobbies, spending time with family, and enjoying the comforts of familiar surroundings. Reconciling these divergent desires within a shared budget can be challenging, often requiring one partner to sacrifice their dreams or compromise on their vision of retirement. Now, consider the freedom that comes with financial independence in solitude. You are the sole architect of your financial future, making decisions based on your own values, priorities, and aspirations. You can allocate your resources as you see fit, whether it's investing in a new hobby, donating to a cause you care about, indulging in a luxurious vacation, or simply enjoying the peace of mind that comes with having full control over your finances. You don't need to justify your spending choices, negotiate with a partner, or compromise on your dreams. The money you've worked hard for is yours to manage and enjoy as you see fit, without the need for constant discussion and compromise. Consider George, a retired engineer who always dreamed of traveling the world. For years, his wife's aversion to spending money on travel, preferring instead to save for a comfortable retirement at home, kept his adventurous spirit grounded. He would pore over travel magazines, watch documentaries about far-off lands, and listen enviously to friends' tales of exotic adventures, his own wanderlust quietly simmering beneath the surface. He loved his wife dearly, but her frugality, while admirable in many ways, also felt like a constraint, preventing him from fulfilling a lifelong dream. Now, a widower, George is finally free to explore the world on his own terms. He's trekking through ancient ruins in Peru, sampling exotic cuisines in Thailand, and learning to tango in Argentina, creating memories that will last a lifetime. He manages his own finances, makes his own travel decisions, and revels in the freedom that comes with financial independence. He can choose to stay in budget-friendly hostels, or splurge on luxurious hotels, indulge in spontaneous detours, or stick to a meticulously planned itinerary, all without having to consult or compromise with a partner. This newfound financial autonomy has not only allowed him to fulfill his travel dreams, but also ignited a spark within him, a renewed sense of purpose and vitality. Solitude in this context doesn't necessarily mean living a life of austerity or deprivation. It simply means having the freedom to make financial choices that align with your own individual needs and desires, without the complexities and potential conflicts that can arise from shared finances. It's about embracing the autonomy to allocate your resources in a way that brings you the most joy, fulfillment, and peace of mind. It's about recognizing that financial independence can be a powerful source of liberation, allowing you to live your life on your own terms and pursue your dreams with unbridled enthusiasm. As we navigate the later chapters of life, it's essential to remember that happiness isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. While companionship can be a source of joy for some, for others, solitude offers a different kind of fulfillment. It's about reclaiming your personal sanctuary, rediscovering spontaneity, focusing your energy, prioritizing your well-being, and embracing financial independence. Take some time to reflect on what truly brings you joy, what nourishes your soul, and what makes you feel alive. And remember, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Leave a comment below and share your own experiences and insights. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from this message. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our latest tips and advice on living your best life after 60 all for free. Your support helps us create more content like this, empowering others to embrace this exciting chapter. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.